Ever wondered how business logic flaws can be exploited? Welcome to the fascinating world of cybersecurity, where the smallest of oversights can lead to significant vulnerabilities. Business logic flaws, a term you might not hear frequently, refer to the errors in the system's decision-making processes. They are the kinks in the armor, the chinks in the system's otherwise impenetrable facade. These are not your ordinary bugs found in the code, but rather, they are inherent in the logic that drives business applications. They exist within the rules and processes that govern how an application functions. When these rules are poorly designed or inadequately enforced, they create vulnerabilities that can be exploited. The impact of these flaws can range from unauthorized access to sensitive data, causing financial loss, to bringing entire systems to a halt. And it's not just hypothetical. These scenarios happen every day, in companies big and small. In this video, we will explore real-life case studies of different types of business logic flaws. Our first case involves a flaw in process validation. Let's dive in, shall we? Process validation, in simple terms, is the act of ensuring that a process, system, or method operates effectively and as intended. In the realm of cybersecurity, it's a critical step to ensure that user inputs, transactions, or other actions are legitimate and secure. But what happens when this validation is flawed or inadequate? Picture this, a popular e-commerce site that sells everything from books to blenders. They have a process in place for validating purchases, ensuring that the customer has enough credit, the item is in stock, and the shipping information is correct. So far, so good. But here's where things go awry. Their process validation didn't account for negative quantities in the purchase order. A curious hacker, let's call him Bob, stumbles upon this loophole. He orders a negative quantity of an item, say, -10 blenders. Instead of the system rejecting this absurd order, it accepts it. And not just that, it credits the cost of 10 blenders back to Bob's account. Yes, you heard it right. Bob just got paid to not buy blenders. The consequences of this flaw were significant. Bob, being the ethical hacker he is, reported the flaw, but not before he had siphoned off a significant chunk of change. The company had to scramble to patch the flaw, reimburse the lost money, and face the embarrassment of their security oversight. But the real damage was to their reputation. Customers lost trust, investors got jittery, and competitors had a field day. All because of inadequate process validation. It's a textbook example of how even a seemingly small oversight can lead to a serious security breach, and why robust process validation is so crucial in today's digital landscape. As you can see, inadequate process validation can lead to serious security breaches. The devil, as they say, is in the details. And when it comes to cybersecurity, those details can make or break your defenses. So always remember to validate, and validate some more. Our second case revolves around flawed business rules. Business rules, in the realm of cybersecurity, are the engine that drives the interactions between an entity and its stakeholders. They are the policies and procedures that dictate how data is handled, transactions are processed, and how business is conducted. They provide a guideline for the system's behavior, ensuring consistency, predictability, and security. But what happens when these business rules are flawed? Let's take a walk down memory lane to a real-life example. Picture a prominent online retailer, you know, the kind that sells everything from A to Z. One of their business rules was that a customer could order an item, have it shipped, and only then would the payment be processed. Seems reasonable, right? But there was a flaw in this rule. If a customer's payment was declined after the item was shipped, the company would automatically reattempt the payment, but the customer already had the item in their possession. This flaw was exploited by a group of savvy customers who realized they could order expensive items, ensure their payment method was declined, and still receive the goods. The company was essentially shipping items for free, and their losses were mounting. This example illustrates the potential consequences of flawed business rules. The company suffered significant financial losses and took a hit to their reputation. To add salt to the wound, the exploit was publicized, making them a case study in flawed business rules. The company had to revise their business rules, invest in enhanced security measures, and conduct rigorous testing to ensure this could not happen again. The cost of fixing the flaw was far greater than if they had identified and addressed it in the initial stages. So, why does this matter to you? It's simple. Flawed business rules can create significant vulnerabilities in systems. They can lead to data breaches, financial losses, and can damage the reputation of businesses. As cybersecurity enthusiasts, it's crucial to understand how these flaws can be exploited and how to prevent them. Remember, the best defense is a good offense. Flawed business rules can create significant vulnerabilities in systems. Understanding business logic flaws is crucial for both cybersecurity enthusiasts and professionals. Let's take a moment to recap some of the key insights we've gleaned from our case studies. We delved into the realm of inadequate process validation, where we saw how skipping or skimping on validation can lead to serious vulnerabilities. We learned that even the most robust security systems can be compromised if an attacker is able to exploit weak process validation. We also explored the world of flawed business rules. These are the rules that govern how a system operates, and when they're not thoughtfully designed or properly implemented, they can become a goldmine for attackers. We saw how seemingly minor oversights in business rules can have major consequences, highlighting the importance of meticulous attention to detail in cybersecurity. Both of these areas underscore the importance of understanding business logic flaws in cybersecurity. They're not like traditional code vulnerabilities that can be easily identified by security scanners. They're deeply ingrained in the way a system operates, and they require a keen understanding of the system's business logic to identify and mitigate. So what does this mean for you? Whether you're a seasoned cybersecurity professional or a curious enthusiast, understanding business logic flaws is a critical part of your toolkit. It's not just about knowing how to code or understanding the technical aspects of a system. It's about understanding the underlying business logic and being able to think like an attacker to identify potential vulnerabilities. Understanding business logic flaws is like having a secret weapon. It gives you the ability to see vulnerabilities that others might miss and to protect systems in ways that others might not consider. It's a skill that sets you apart in the field of cybersecurity, and it's a skill that's becoming increasingly important as our digital world continues to evolve. So let's wrap up with a final thought. Remember, a system is only as strong as its weakest business logic. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and always keep learning about cybersecurity.